This podcast is brought to you by Digital Heaven, the hottest tools for the coolest apps.
Hi and welcome to Hot Tips. I'm Martin Baker. In this episode, we'll be looking at some useful tips for finding items in the timeline in Final Cut Pro. The Find command in the Edit menu is normally used for locating clips in the browser, but many editors that I meet are surprised to hear that it can also be used in the timeline window. I'm going to start by moving the playhead to the very first frame of the sequence, more on that in a second. Then I'll press Command F and the Find dialog appears. At the top is a text box where you can enter the text you want to search for. So in this case, I'm going to enter Hayley. As you can see, it's possible to search for names/markers or timecodes. I'll leave it on names/markers. Below that is another pop-up menu which determines where Final Cut Pro searches for the matching item. And the options here are All Tracks, Auto-Select Tracks, and From In to Out. I'm going to leave it on All Tracks. Now, over on the right-hand side there are two choices, Find and Find All. To start with, I'll click Find, and the first clip containing Hayley in the name is selected in the timeline. Also, the playhead is positioned on the first frame of that clip. Note that when you click Find, Final Cut Pro always searches for a match that is later than the current playhead position. That's why I moved the playhead to the first frame of the sequence before bringing up the Find dialog. I can jump to the next match by pressing Command G or F3, function key 3, until no more matches can be found. Okay, so now let's look at the other option, Find All. So again I'll press Command F and the same dialog appears with the text that I entered before. This time I'll click Find All, and not too surprisingly, all the matching clips have been selected in the timeline. This is a very useful technique for adding or removing effects to a bunch of clips. For instance, let's say if you wanted to add a colour correction setting to all shots that came from the same source clip, then this would be the best way of doing that. Note that when you use Find All, the position of the playhead doesn't matter. But one of the best things about Find All is it's not restricted to clips. It also finds transitions. So here I've got another sequence with cross dissolves on every shot. Clients being clients, they've changed their mind, and now they want them as cuts. Now I could select each cross dissolve individually and hit delete, but that's going to take a while. So instead I'm going to press Command F again, and this time enter cross dissolve, and click Find All. All the video cross dissolves are now selected. So I can just press the delete key and the sequence is back to being just cuts. By the way, this also works for audio transitions. If you search for crossfade, then Final Cut Pro will find all the audio crossfades in the sequence. That wraps things up for this time. Don't forget you can get all future episodes of Hot Tips automatically by subscribing to the podcast from our website. Thanks for watching.
Digital Heaven, the hottest tools for the coolest apps. Find out more at digitalheaven.co.uk.
Counting out.